proving itself worthy of
For
a
this
trial
match.
pick. Yeah. Not for this, like for this entire series as a whole.
Yeah,
right?
So I got a feeling for Team Liquid PH as a farming here of Ben and QT has to be really effective and be translated as early as possible. Because if they will just rely on Julian's burst damage, it means that they're leaning towards the mid to late game, which is not effective if you have this Louis, Arlott, and even actually Beatrix.
Well, it kind of depends on whether you're able to kind of find the pick, right? Because at level 3, instantaneously you can do something. We see an Alpha lock
That's
in.
nice.
Interesting. All right.
That's the true damage counter to the Tigreal. And basically the tanky front line of Tlph. But what they do very, very well is that he can hold off on his Spirit of Alphas and just set up with the Minotaur, set up with the Arlott, just hold off on that in case the Beatrix gets hurt. Remember, they are one of these teams that are known for like just backing off, just protecting that marksman. I think they want to do it again. So it will be down to Tlph to take down that back line.
This is going to be real interesting because I'm thinking like, it should have been like a utility jungle, something to pair up with the Beatrix. Kind of like wombo combo into, but I think diversifying was a smarter option for Bigetron Beta. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is going to be quite a banger of a game. Good luck to y'all. Y'all the ones casting it. Break it down for us as we head into the land of Dawn.
And also good luck to everyone watching because we don't know what's going to happen for this match. I'm just excited to see Alpha versus Julian. But last time I think it was during MSC, that same matchup. Julian and Alpha, right?
Julian Alpha is it's sort of like a two peas in a pod. You pick one, I pick the other. It's kind of sort of like that thing. So, but then again, this has been a very, very huge test from for Bigetron Beta against Tlph. They've really shown that they're worthy of a top spot, and anything can happen once again.
Yeah, and that's true. I think for Bigetron Beta, they need to again focus on giving Pin the space, which by the way, he played really well earlier with the combo of Siruzi. So Benikidi has to be really aggressive on this side just to limit the laning of Pin, you know.
Take a look at atomizations. It kind of looks like, okay, Benny's just going for a little bit more armor for the first tier, and then the second tier, you got the Master Assassin as well. So now he just really wants to win that lane, especially just control Pin, deny him from scaling up out of control, just like he did in game number 2, and then we'll be safe. We'll be fine. We just play our game, we just play the early game, and then we'll be fine.
Okay, so for this game, though, we could see the players of Bigetron Beta actually going on the jungle area of Team Liquid PH. So they're really limiting the potential here of Cartesi. But there's a counter or cross map rotation here by Cartesi. So that is a nice dodge, by the way, for Benikidi. He felt that as if there are 3 players here and I'm alone. I need to make myself safe.
Yeah, you know there's a mechanic for the Spirit of Alpha.
Yeah.
It's like when you toggle on the skill, the beta actually circles around. It starts moving, so like you kind of know like, okay, is ramping up the user's ultimate. But Marzi gets caught in the middle, slowed down. That's half of his health. It's going to be a very, very easy level 4 for Team Liquid, converting into a very, very fast turtle.
Okay, so that is a nice initiation there, by the way, for Bigetron Beta. We could see a flicker here for JP. But Lynch was there with the retribution. He felt that JP is going to be there with a flicker and then that impulsion play, supposedly, but he was prepared. But first blood will go to Team Liquid PH, but Turtle is on the side of Bigetron Beta.
Yeah, that's honestly a very, very good trade. You give away the turtle, you get the jungler in the process, but Lynch just buying a lot of time for that top side to really, really start to scale up, because it's going to be a very, very slow lane, because like Benny is not going to give Pin the opportunity to just farm up. You don't want to shove the wave a little bit too much because you don't want to force a lot of engages. But then again, this is just Lynch knowing how and when to time his retribution just right.
Yeah, in front of the players of Team Liquid PH.
Of course, 4 players of that.
Yeah, he calculated that well, that if I do this and win this area, this is gonna happen. So things are looking good here for Bigetron Beta in terms of objective taking. But set a play at the middle lane from JP. Marzi nowhere else to go because 3 players of Team Liquid PH was there, and there was a space even for Sanford to take down some of the gold plates at the XP lane because it was Marzi at the middle lane.
Yeah, nice diversion play, but won't him up to anything. It was just Marzi just getting caught. There's nothing that he could do just to escape that. There's not a lot of escape mechanisms except for the double stuns. All these mini stuns actually add up.
Yeah.
Wow.
While that was happening, there is going to be a kill against Cortese. So I got a feeling for Cortese wasn't prepared that 3 players also of Bigger and Better was there. So yep, for this one, the usual. I think we've already seen the pattern of these teams wherein they will start slow, and then if they get this specific item, let's start the party.
I think now we're still on like gear 2. We're ramping up the speed a little bit, but like Bigetron Beta is shifting back to gear 1. I felt like Lynch could have went straight directly for the purple buff, try to force a retribution from Cortese, try to get it, but Implosion on the way.
Okay, Implosion and a set of play here for Team Liquid PH. It marks one as well. Sanji with a kill. Continuous play for them. Double kill for Siruzi. Where was that from? So battle of attrition for both of our team. Double kill for Sanji as well. And we have Marcy at the middle lane. But Sanford will go for those free hits. But they'll back away, disengage for both teams. What happened there?
Oh, Siruzi actually just popped all these reactions when they're in the midst of battle. Implosion was popped up just nicely, taking down 2 members and then converting into 1 more. There was a 5v5, but they were layering it in so well, converting this into a turtle slain over the side of Tlph. So they're doing very well in the early game, just as expected, whether or not they're able to maintain that lead.
You know what, for Team Liquid PH, they're known to be a team that is really good at the early game. But so far for Beginner Beta, okay.
Oh, diversion down the bot
when
side.
When we were talking, they left the map. I got surprised when I was explaining. But yeah, for Beginner Beta, they're known as a team that could actually extend a game and even win a game, even though the other team is on the lead. So we can see Sanford against 3 players of Beginner Beta here at the bottom lane. Here goes the free hit, and the players of Team Liquid PH. Netmark spawn has been used. Sanford is down. Pin is down as well. And here comes Very Cutie with a kill. Lynch with a double kill. Alpha is still alive! Triple kill for the Alpha. It's a shutdown here for Carla TZ. Almost close.
Reaction. Oh no!
The juggle between Carla TZ and Benny Cutie. But Bigetron Beta, they have a counter objective at the middle lane.
They're going for the trades. They're going for the objectives. Cracking down that mid side is so disasterly for Team Liquid because Julian kind of really needs his purple buff in order to stay afloat into a lot of these team fights. But Siruzi doing so much work in getting that reactions down, getting that damage down whenever there's a team fight. So Bigetron Beta actually really smart on that team fight. They weren't trying to force that situation too much, but then again counteracted by Sanji's Zaz just zoning out Pin, denying him from any escape at all. But now it's still anyone's game. The lead is 2K for both sides, but map is super even.
Yeah, it could shift as quick as possible as long as there's a nice team fight for Bigetron Beta, because for their lineup actually they could pull off a let's say a wipeout actually against Team Liquid PH, because we saw Lynch earlier against the 3 players of Team Liquid PH. It was just an ultimate, but there is a setup play for JP and a counter setup play as well for Lynch. JP is down. So that is a nice counter play for Bigetron Beta as the turtle is being started. Sanford in front of the players. There is the burst here for Bigetron Beta. Flicker out. Lynch with a retribution, and turtle has been saved. Cortese against 3 players on the side of Bigetron Beta. We have the Netmark spawn. A Team Liquid PH not forcing for another team fight. Even Bigetron Beta, they are disciplined as well. They don't want to force any more team fights after that.
Very good reaction from Bigetron Beta, just protecting Pin whatsoever, using the diversion, getting him down, trying to funnel as much experience, as much gold as they can onto Pin as fast as possible. And this is looking like a very fast-paced game coming into game number 3. Because Bigetron Beta, I remember it was like 12 minutes or 13 minutes, then they start like hunkering down, babysitting Pin at all times. But now it's only 8-minute mark. The first Lord is going to be spawning up pretty soon. It's 80 seconds on the clock, but he really needs to watch his positioning.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of positioning, Marzi is going to be the target here for Team Liquid PH. That is the XP laner down. Again, XP laner down for Bigetron Beta and Team Liquid PH. They're a bit dictating as to how Bigetron Beta will go for the clearing off the minion wave.
Yeah.
Now we're heading into the mid game.
Yeah, I think the only downside of Bigetron Beta's draft is that they don't have anyone they can send into the bush to check for anyone at all. They don't have that vision play. You could put the yin-yang reactions, but then you're wasting a huge skill in team fights. You could use your first skill, but if it doesn't hit, you don't have that HP bar that appears on the top of your screen that shows you any heroes whatsoever. So Bigetron Beta have a tough fight on top of them, but lead is still steady at 2K.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that graph just like steady all the way.
Yeah, because for those who are new to our stream, for the story of this match is it's literally both teams juggling. Whenever Team Liquid is on the lead, it's sometimes Bigetron Beta, and we don't even know who's gonna win. It's a game number 3.
That's right.
And it's just 9 minutes. Who knows if this is gonna extend for another 20 more minutes? I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. This could be the longest game that we have today. This is the last game for, not the last game, the second last game for the rest of today, seeping into the stream. But Bigetron Beta actually showing that they are really, really on par. Hold on.
Okay, that is a nice setup play with their spare stomp. JP uses that conceal and even a flicker, but is
JP still alive?
Still alive, although Marty with the last slash against him, and we can see the players of Team Liquid PH zoning out the players of Bigetron Beta, and that's going to be a double kill for Betty Cutie, make it a possible triple kill, although Sanjo will secure that kill, and we could see Marty, and it is going to be a wipe up here for Team Liquid PH.
This opens up so much. The top side's already cracked right open. You have that Lord in your possession as well. First Lord, albeit, but you're going to take down a huge chunk of that health. There's a wipe out over on Bigetron Beta. Now you're on the back foot. They don't really have a lot of wave here on top of just that Beatrix. It was looking so bad because they just split everyone up. Marzi was a little bit too trigger happy. He just went to the backside. No one is following
oops, sorry. It's like an oops sorry moment here for Bigetron Beta. Probably next time they have to calculate first if it's going to be effective for them. And look at that from how many again is the lead? How much?
It's 7,000. 7,000.
It's now 7,000 from 2,000.
From 2,000. This is the huge spike that we're waiting for if you're a TLPH fan, right?
And I got a feeling for Team Liquid PH, they just have to be mindful of the diversion play of Siruzi for this game, and after that, if they're able to prepare themselves for that play, and then they could capitalize this Lord.
On the upside, though, Bigetron Beta kind of likes that high ground defense just because you have a lot of AOE damages, especially from that Loi and the Beatrix. So this will be looking like a very, very tough defense. As long as they keep all 3 tier 3 turrets on par, they might have a big chance because you don't want to give too much over to TLPH.
Okay, so right now we could see Team Liquid PH with the Lord at the top lane. Bigetron Beta has to defend this one. In return, the top lane is successfully going to be destroyed here by Team Liquid PH. Probably the middle lane also, but it's a nice defense, by the way, for Bigetron Beta. They're not forcing any team fight. Let's focus on the Lord. Let's focus on the counter play that we can go. But here comes the counter play that we are saying. That's going to be the stair stop. Sanford's going to be down and make it 2 players down for Team Liquid PH, having Sanford and JP after that engagement.
That's so worth it for TLPH. Just cracked open all T3s. They're just barren right now. The diversion play comes through. Oh, they stepped a little bit out of center. So Cartesi's left all alone.
Okay, they're forcing a kill against Cartesi. It's going to be a shutdown here for Bigetron Beta. I think they said that we're here. Let's just get an objective. We traveled so far from the base here up until here the riverside. Let's just secure a kill.
It's desperation. Bigetron Beta is trying to pick up the scraps from everything that's left behind from TLPH, and that was a very, very worth it trade, though. You're opening up so much of the entirety of that map. You give that backline, so the diversion play is definitely going to help a lot in Bigetron Beta if you're able to single out any one target of TLPH and try to convert them into a sort of like a kill on top of a kill and cycle the rest of the team members.
And we can see right now that 30 seconds will have another Lord. So I'm looking for that potential diversion play again for Siruzi. If you are Team Liquid PH, it's really hard to predict as to where this diversion play will come from, and JP has to be prepared for that.
And the beauty of the Roger is that you are not a backline hero.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like if you get a diversion play, you go into the backline, there's not really a lot of backline heroes. There's no one that is squishy enough to take down just with a snap of your fingers. You just really gotta stay in those team fights, which Tlph really likes. But this is where the Zask really shines.
Yeah.
Because the more you stay in that fight, the more damage you deal, the more anti-heal that you provide over on the side of your opponent. So Bigetron Beta really desperately trying to contest for this Lord.
Yeah, by the way, Benekity is at 702. So how beautiful is that for a marksman? And we could see Tlph, we could see Naxu with a Noah's Fury. Nice setup play with a Spear of Alpha coming in from Bigetron Beta. We could see the burst play as well for Team Liquid PH. Look at the free hits. Legendary for Benekity, but Pin sees him down with the rest of the players of Bigetron Beta. We have Sanji and JP left alone on this game.
Oh, what a play. What a set. But what a turnaround. Tlph, before they go down, it's a Sanford special. He takes down that Lord, buying so much time. But the base is in shambles. Bigetron Beta just scrambling to save it. They're all just marching down. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, so for Sanji, he doesn't have the Nightmare spawn. So for Bigetron Beta, they just have to defend this one out. So another extended game for our viewers and for us casters here who loves MLBB. You know, Team Liquid PH versus Bigetron Beta. They're just giving us beautiful Mobile Legends bang high level of play from a 7K goal lead. 1.6. You see that?
Back down to 2. Back down to 2K.
Right?
Yeah. It's constant back and forth. It's a boxing match.
Who would have thought that
we got a gold graph right here.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much. See the gold graph.
Actually, it's not as much as I would think. Like, I thought it would like spike up and go down. It's sort of like a sine curve. I'm sorry, I'm a professor.
Oh, really?
No,
cosine,
I'm just a teacher.
cosine,
yeah, sine, cosine. You got what do you call it? Sinusoidal.
Yeah, that's
kind of curve. Lots of big words.
Yeah.
The only big word you need to know is where's the diversion?
There's gonna be the diversion here.
Yeah.
Imagine the storyline again for this one is it's as if it's a battle of David and Goliath, but the Bigetron Beta is like really playing really well for this game. I think Team Liquid PH is also overwhelmed with how Bigetron Beta juggles in a team fight, extended team fights to be exact. But it's really difficult for Bigetron Beta if they are to contest an objective, having these minions all over the place.
Yeah, let's take a look at the itemization since Bigetron Beta is just scrambling to just wipe out the minions off their base. So you get a Thunderbelt from Marzi as well as Sanford. So that is constantly building up. You got Julian actually he's already full build. The 2 marksmen already full build as well, looking to sell out their boots to try to get additional damage items down as well. The 2 tanks, it looks like Minotaur. Okay, out of all of this, Minotaur actually has more gold than the Tigreal.
That's interesting.
If you see, yeah.
Yeah, it means that for Bigetron Beta, specifically Naxu, he's much more part of the team fight as compared to JP here. Probably because for JP, there are instances sometimes that it's really hard to go up against Alpha, Arlot, and even Minotaur, right? The opening for an initiation is hard for JP. So that's his assignment since we now have the Lord in our screens.
Yeah. Okay. This Wind Talker for Benny. That's 6 items over on the Roger right now. Bigetron Beta might need to watch their backs because look at where Benny is. He might be able to go for a backdoor attempt. We have seen this many a times in the Philippines, but no, the flank.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for a right diversion play, but I kind of know that Sharuzi wants to go to that back line, which means the orange buff area where the Lord is, but it's a third of its health. You want to force the situation.
Mino was Siri, but Kagi is backing away. Pin with a Lord take against Team Liquid PH, and look at him with a flicker again for those 3 hits. It's gonna be a kill spree for them, and the players of Team Liquid PH are already low on life. Sanji at the back lane. Corgis is struggling. He bought that immortality proc, but that is against the players of Bigetron Beta with the Lord up their sleeves. I think, is this endable though for Bigetron Beta?
I don't think so. There's 30 seconds on the clock for the entire team of Tlph, but they did so well in trying to protect Pin.
Oh wait, look at Sanji though.
Sanji
at the top lane. Somebody has to stop Sanji Sanji, just when we said that there is gonna be a possible backdoor here for
The
Team
TLPH special!
Oh my
Once
goodness!
again!
Another one for Team Liquid PH.
It used to be Sanford, now it's Sanji, and then Benny every single time. Every single one of them, they're not going down. Oh my gosh, Chantel!
We were mentioning earlier that it could be Benny QT and the JP at the top lane.
I thought like, okay, they were just like waiting for the wave to push in because everything was pushing in. Everything was just actually pushing in. Okay, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Let's take a breather.
Gideon.
We need Gideon here.
How could he? I was watching the game. I saw the angle. It was like, wouldn't it be? I was looking at my.
I can't get over it though.
I can't get over it. I knew it was coming.
It was what happened.
I knew it was coming, Gideon. We knew it was coming.
Yeah,
we're saying that.
I was just looking at Sanji all the way up there, and he was like, "Okay, that's Mark's one. It's my time.
Yeah.
I'll go for the push."
Oh, actually, yeah, Zest is known as one of the fastest turret takers anyway.
Yes.
So like, it makes perfect sense.
I mean, yes, it makes perfect sense, and you can definitely see the disappointment on Bigetron Beta. It's like they did everything right. They won a hard team fight. They won a hard team fight. They prolonged the game despite having no inhibitors. They're making the correct macro decisions, but just one thing slipped up. We won the fight, but we didn't clear our wave.
Yeah, that's the effectivity of taking all the inhibitor turrets during that second or first Lord push. I think
that was the first Lord push.
Yeah.
That was the 10-minute Lord. TLPH takes down everything, and then the waves just start crashing in, wave after wave after wave. There was no macro control for the side of Bigetron Beta. It was just luck of the team fights that happened down the Lord pit every single time. It's just a TLPH special, man. Every single time you see this team plays, just like be prepared that there's a backdoor opportunity that's coming through.
It's part of their strategy.
I don't know. Bigetron Beta, they definitely had that game in the bag. It's just one slip up. After all of that. But you can see the sigh of relief coming in from Tlph. It's time. We're going to call on Mara Aquino to interview our winners of this game. Well done. Hard fought.
Time to shine.
Thanks again, Mara Aquino. Tlph definitely gave us a heart attack at the very end there. Give it up for our MVP, backdoor man, Sanji on a Zask.
You know what? Listen down. Zask is now part of Sanji's expertise.
Yeah.
In terms of his mage heroes, you know, with the KD of 4-1-10, it's as if he's part of the team fight, but at the same time, he's not noticeable. He's not doing anything fancy, but everything he does is very crucial for every team fight that they won.
Yeah, the thing is, it's very difficult to discern where Sanji is at all times because once he pops his ultimate, it's like, is he out of the ultimate or is he still inside the ultimate? Do we wait for him and soak up that damage, or do we find him? And then usually he's like at the back of the minds of everyone, but he seldom gets caught out. And that's the thing that I like about Sanji's positioning going into this game, and especially since the last backdoor happened.
I think this is where Sanji's plan of backdoor started.
Yeah. So he knows.
Look at him though.
So he was waiting on that backside. He's just waiting on that brush. No. This was the second Lord take. What happened on the last Lord?
Oh, okay.
So the Lord E actually used the diversion play to get back, and then this was the fight that this was the fight that happened.
I mean, this was a great angle coming in from Tlph. Don't get me wrong here. I mean, they were finding all the correct targets, but unfortunately, the biggest problem was the fact that, Pin, he was able to survive and kill. Yeah, with the Wind of Nature, survive Benny QT's initial dive. But here's the funny part. It felt like Sanji was not thinking about the back door until everything had happened, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's dead. They're running away. Sanji's like, wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
And it's also, why is no one noticing me? Hey, I'm here.
Look. We have a zoom in. That's the speed up version, but he takes the long way.
He takes the long way around.
Oh, down the northwest side.
And I was like, no one's noticing me on the team fight. I'll end the game instead.
He had 2 waves to work with, too.
Unbelievable.
Look at those smiles, though.
I mean, that's definitely a sigh of relief, because had he not pulled that off, had Bigetron Beta been just a little bit more diligent with the wave management, that could have been a guaranteed victory for Tlph there. Sorry, for BTRB. But look at that score, 17-18, 8-10 15 minutes worth of gameplay, 2 kills every single minute, 1 from Tlph and 1 from BTRB. They're just going back and forth.
Hey, look, even though BTRB lost this game, they really won our hearts.
Yeah.
Don't count them out, man. The MDL super team playing against the big dogs, and they're showing off.
Yeah, and during that last team fight, they even won.
Yep.
Against Team Liquid PH. If Sanji wasn't alive during that time, that backdoor play won't happen.
Yep.
Right? So it's very promising for Bigetron Beta. I'm just looking forward to their next games after this. Or they have the they have a game after this. Just kidding.
Yep. I think for the most part, I think BTRB has a bright future ahead of them, considering what they've been able to achieve here. But it doesn't mean that their journey isn't over yet. They still have a long bout of rounds. We're only technically at our second round on our very first day here today. And honestly, it's hard to really tell who's going to be on top or who's making it to playoffs. But let's look at the numbers to see where it starts to differ. Because, again, 18-minute game and we're already breaking into the 200,000s worth of damage.
You know what? For Team Liquid PH, with the kill participation very close to each other, it's just as if they played fluidly. Well, they are Team Liquid, but yeah, they acted up according to their role, and they didn't do anything unnecessary during a team fight. Even Jape, actually.
Sanji, damage taken 12,000.
Yeah, because we can't see him.
Because the Nightmare Spawn doesn't count as damage.
Yeah. But like, it's virtually untouched in a lot of these team fights. Yeah. It's like, once you pop the Nightmare Spawn, okay, I'm out. I'll just stay around the areas where the Nightmare spawns.
Are you inside your home? Or are you home or not?
Are you back on your planet? Oh, no. He's in our back door. Okay. I think that at the end of the day, that BTRB has a couple of things. I mean, the inexperience is definitely there, right? There's a couple of situations where they may have read the situation a little wrong, but I think that they have a very good starting point, and their fundamentals are strong, which is going to take them further down the line. I don't know what's up with Bigetron, but they keep finding these like crazy MDL teams.
Yeah, I think it's down to like the thirst that they have. If they win this game, maybe like one day I'll go to MPL, one day I'll win the M5. But like when you're on top, do you think like that's it? Like what's else
next
to fight? You know what I mean?
What's next?
Yeah, I mean the air is different when you're up on top as well. It's,
Oh, you can tell because like
it's a little thin. It smells like farts, I'm not gonna lie.
from what? Like a giraffe?
From everybody else.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's like hot air rises, cold air sinks, so like the fart goes up because it's
so
like
we have
warm.
peaks here.
Okay, moving on. We have the sinusoidal curve. That's Mount Everest that we see on our screens.
It is gigantic, right? Which is rather crazy because this lead was held for a very, very long time. By the time we got to like the 10-minute mark, I think they were still pretty even until we saw the big surges in that game. And then by 15 minutes, that's when we see it all just go badly for Tlph.
You know what? The discovery here for our match, for like the entire series. So when it's already a 15-minute mark, there's a high chance that regardless of how high your lead is, may it be XP or even gold, there's a high chance for you to be on par on the other team. It just all depends on the initiation of team fight.